And next is business with Oluyemisi Dada.
Thank you for staying with us. Egypt will receive a $3 billion loan from the World Bank in the next 3 years to support the country's budget. The finance minister said there is a deficit in the budget that requires international donors' funding. He added that the government is aware of the economic conditions the citizens have been passing through since 2011. The World Bank says it has trimmed Kenya's growth forecast for this year and 2016. The bank puts Kenya's 2015 growth at 5.4%, lower than a previous estimate of 6%. It noted that Kenya was facing headwinds from currency volatility and tighter monetary policy. According to the bank, the Kenyan economy would only expand by 5.7% next year, down from 6.6%. Kenya's shilling has lost 14% against the dollar this year, while interest rates have climbed by 300 basis points. The bank, however, said Kenya remained on course to be one of Africa's fastest growing economies, despite a slowdown in economic expansion. Nigeria could soon overtake Ivory Coast and Ghana in cocoa production to boost the country's foreign exchange revenue as global oil prices continue on a downward trend. Executive Director and CEO, Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Segun Awolowo, made the remark at the commissioning of Dangote's cement plant in Tanzania recently. Awolowo explained that efforts are on to fully diversify Nigeria's economy by the year 2020 through the Nigeria Industrial Revolution Plan.
We're now going to scale up many of our products. For instance, in cocoa, we're still doing 250,000 metric tons, but there are plans on to move on. So by end of 2016, we're on almost 500. Ivory Coast is on, Ghana is on 750. Ivory Coast is 1.7. But we have all the land. We can really overtake them. The same with cashew. You know, I can go on many products like that. But where the plan now, we scale up production, we have enough, you know, and then we start processing and exporting processed goods.
All around the globe, citizens have been urged to uphold standards as a common language in commemoration of this year's World Standards Day. In Nigeria, the Standards Organization commemorated the World Standards Day with a walk in Abuja, Kaduna, Awka, and Lagos states. The essence of the exercise was to drive home the determination to rid the country of substandard products and its negative influences.
It's a time to sensitize the general populace on activities in Standards Organization of Nigeria. So we decided to take this work to create awareness, to give out information to the populace about the evil of substandard products.
It shouldn't just be a one-day event. We come, we walk, we go away. Yes, it's good, it's laudable, but they should just continue to do more so that eventually we will achieve the desired aim of ensuring zero tolerance to substandard products.
A property investment show in London has attracted an increasing number of international investors interested in exploring what they see as unique opportunities in the real estate market across Africa. Organizers say they are attracted by economic and population growth predictions for countries on the continent. Our London correspondent, Joyce Ohaja, reports.
Stakeholders behind the multi-billion-dollar Eco-Atlantic project in Nigeria are among those leading efforts to encourage property investment in Africa. The ambitious residential and business development along the Lagos shoreline will employ 150,000 people and be home to 250,000. They say this is a key time to invest in African countries.
Everyone's looking for diversification of existing traditional assets. Africa has been identified as the last frontier, not even the new frontier or the upcoming frontier. That is the last frontier. Early birds have a greater advantage to gain on arbitrage, so better now than later.
With growth in the global economy remaining uncertain, property investors are seeking out opportunities in previously unexplored countries in Africa. This year's Property Investor and Homebuyer Show in London featured Africa Invest panels on real estate development and funding opportunities in Ghana and Nigeria.
Africa has got so much potential. You know, you've got so many different countries that offer different things. So to be honest with you, if you're looking at things like GDP, naturally you're going to be looking at Nigeria, because Nigeria's got the biggest GDP across Africa. Secondarily, you've got South Africa, but from a property point of view, it depends. You've got something for everybody. You've got something for the residential investor, you've got something for the commercial investor, but you've also got something for, you know, the experienced investor.
Population predictions too are fueling interest in the housing market. The World Economic Forum forecasts say Africa's working age population is expected to double to 1 billion in the next 25 years. Representatives from the Nigeria High Commission in London argue that property development will follow the lead of the technology industry.
The property market, it would not be as fast as the telecommunications sector, but the private investor in the property market is bubbling, is coming up.
But are investors swayed by the presentations and forecasts? Some say it's worth considering when returns in the West are so low.
Most people are looking at 6% returns. In Africa, I'm aware of people that are getting anything between 12, 15 to even 30% on investment or returns.
Trade officials insist that Nigeria in particular is becoming a safer place to invest. Much will depend on increased political stability and economic growth across the continent, and whether that will be enough to convince investors that Africa is indeed the next property frontier. Joyce Ohaja, TVC News, London.
We'll take a short break now. We have more business reports. Stay with us. Glad to have you back. The Nigerian Securities and Exchange Commission plans to roll out guidelines on crowd trading and private equity in the nation's capital market. Addressing market participants during the first Chief Executive Forum organized by NASD OTC PLC, a representative of the Director General of the SEC, Timi Agama, explained that market regulators were working out modalities on crowdfunding. It said the body wants operators to encourage companies to register with it as a public liability company. The managing director of the organizing company, Bola Ajomale, explained that the forum enables participants to brainstorm on issues and opportunities in the market.
We have started forging a relationship with CAC and say, come, look, this market needs both of us. So if you have a company that you have registered as a PLC, part of the registration, the continuous obligation of that company in the future after your registration is to show an SEC registration.
This is an OTC market, and really we are only limited by the imagination that we have. So once we can imagine something, once we can structure it, we can bring it into the market. So really, it's again, one thing we need to do is probably build a lot more awareness, build a lot more traction, and convince investors as well that they can reapproach the market. I think over time, investors have moved away from the capital markets, and so part of what we are doing is bringing them back into the markets.
Oil prices in the world markets dipped early on Thursday after 3 days of marginal appreciation. The European Brent, which hit $53 a few days ago, trades at $49 per barrel. The OPEC crude price drops to $45 per barrel in early bargains. That's it in business at this time. I am Oluyemisi Dada. Ikechukwu Obienu is standing by with sports stories.